got the main ingredient on Billboard's Hot 100, outsourcing Billboard's Hot 100 to February 17th, 1973. Let me bring it up for you right now. So the big hits of this Hot 100, to give you some perspective, we got Peaceful Easy Feeling, the third hit single by the Eagles at number 29, and I'm Just a Singer in a Rock and Roll Band by the Moody Blues, to runner up to Nice and White Satin. That one up to number 28. It shot up from 42 the previous week. High, High, High by Wings taking a nosedive from 17 to 24. And Do You Want to Dance by Bette Midler, her version at number 22. And Your Mama Don't Dance falling off Billboard's Top 40 at number 21. But the last 45 I want to talk to you about, man, at number 51. You got to take it. You've got to take it if you want it. By the main ingredient. Talk about some stellar harmonies. This is the voice of the angels. Harmonies, voice of the angels drifting down from the heavens, and you're just like, gosh, you're just in awe. It's these harmonies of the Delphonics, the Dales, the originals, and the moments, when the moments did love on a two-way street. Now you got the song I want to talk to you about by the main ingredient. You got to take it. The main ingredient. They start out as a three. They started out as a threesome called the Poets in 1964. They were based in Harlem. They signed a deal with Lieber and Stoller's Red Bird label. Lieber and Stoller, the legendary songwriters who wrote Hound Dog, which was done by Big Mama Thornton, later became famous by Elvis, of course, and produced all those hit records by the Coasters. Well, with George Goldner, they started the Red Bird record label, and they cranked out hit records by the Dixie Cups, Chapel of Love, and Leader of the Pack by the Shangri-Las, but no hit records for the Poets, though. No luck with the Red Bird record label. They switched over to RCA later on, and they changed their names to the Insiders, or Insider, or it might have been Insiders. They had their first R&B record out in 1965. No hits, though. They had no hit records between 1965 to 1970. Although they put out about 4 or 5 singles. They put out 2, maybe 3 with RCA Records, and they changed their name to the main ingredient. But their luck changed in 1970 when they teamed up with a producer named Bert Decatur, I believe is how you pronounce his last name. And that's when they started to hit the R&B charts. Had their first top 30 R&B in 1970, and then they followed it up with I'm So Proud, their edition of the Impressions record. Now there was some great harmonies right there. I'm So Proud by the Impressions in 1964. And then they came out with this, my favorite main ingredient record, Spinning Around. I can't remember the subtitle of that record, Spinning Around, Spinning Around, I Must Be Falling in Love. That was just, God, that was killer harmonies right there. But in 1971, main ingredient met with tragedy. One of their group members died of leukemia. Suddenly, his name was Don McPherson. But the other 2 guys, they stuck together. They roped in another fellow named Cuba Gooding Sr. And I guess that's when the golden age of the main ingredient started, because Everybody Plays the Fool. That big crossover hit, 1972. Huge hit on R&B. Their other big pop crossover hit was Just Don't Want to Be Lonely in 1974. But anyway, this record, you got to take it if you want it. Only got as high as number 46 on Billboard's Hot 100. Just couldn't feed off enough momentum from Everybody Plays the Fool. Maybe not commercial enough to be top 10 or top 20 on the pop charts, but still just a fabulous R&B record. Their harmonies, the trademark harmonies, are still in place. They still come into play on this record. It was on Billboard's Hot 100 for 9 weeks. Main ingredient, you got to take it if you want it, at number 51 on Billboard's Hot 100 of February 17th, 1973.